Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back now to non-league to Premier League. Right, we've come back a little bit later than expected, and I was going to leave it a little bit longer to come back, but we've been unsuccessful in a few interviews, so I thought we'd come back, play a game, see how it goes. Right, our form. You was last with us for the Leicester game up here in the Carabao Cup where we lost on penalties. Good performance. We then went one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 games without a win. Slid down in the table really bad. Performance is terrible, in honesty with you. So we've jiggled things around a little bit. So hopefully today we're gonna get the best results that we can. Have turned it around just recently. The 2-0 win away at Southend with Charlie Ball on the score sheet. We then lost to Preston in the FA Cup, but we put out a very weak squad in that game because it just really wasn't of interest to us. We then beat Fulham on penalties in the Leasing Cup trophy, but we're not interested in that. We're out of that. That group game was already done. We had a ball draw with Crawley, which was a great point for us at the time. And this was a disappointing result. 3 times in this game we went ahead and 3 times Swinders pinned us back. Great one for the neutral, but that is 2 points that we dropped that we really shouldn't have. That being said, though, we've just come away from a 2-0 result at Morecambe. They're 10th in the league, and we played really well. We actually bossed them off of the pitch, which is nice to see. So the squad's getting back into its form at the minute now. We're getting back into the way that we should be. Just got to hope that we can keep it up. So much so that we've actually been rejecting interviews with other League Two teams, and we're currently under interview with 2 Championship sides and 3 League One sides. Now, I'm not going to tell you who they are because I'm hoping that in the next episode we might actually move on from Solihull Moors. I've loved my time here, and I do think we're making progress slowly but surely. But if we want to get into the Premier League, if we're going to do it with the Moors, it's going to take a long time. I think it'd be nice now to take us another step on the rung. Go just move to a little bit of a bigger team. Bearing in mind that at the moment, in kind of our own squad, not our own squad, the squad that we're building is nice. I mean, we're improving from where we want to be, right? But our facilities are not terrible. I mean, they're not for where we are. They're not terrible. Our data analysis and our training facilities aren't the best. But we haven't even got a home ground at the minute. We're currently playing in Walsall and paying 22 grand a year. Because our own ground in Damson Park is just not good enough for the football league, and we still haven't found anywhere to even start planning. So it's not the best. Right, today we are against Cambridge. We're at home, so we should hopefully be the better side here. I'm hoping that we'll play the way that we did in the last game because we were absolutely on form. However, Longstaff's injured and he was pivotal in the last game. Another thing to note as well is we are picking up lots of injuries, lots of suspensions. We have just signed Ryan East on a free transfer. This lad looks very bloody good. Formerly of Reading, moved to Chesterfield and Grimsby on loans. Never really done anything with either of them. And Reading just decided that he weren't going to cut the mustard with them. But for a club of our size, very good player. I would like to bring him into the squad today. That being said, Osborne and James Ball at the moment are playing very well together in the middle of midfield. So we're not going to upset the apple cart just yet. We're going to see how we get on. Alright, so let's get into the game, folks. Aaron Sibia's only just come back from injury, but because Longstaff's injured, we're going to have to put him straight back into the side. They're going to line up with a 3-5-2, which is nice. I like that. We're going to line up then with Boot in goal, Zamora, Baines, Pruti and Bevan at the back. Ball and Osborne in the centre. Aaron Sibia, Rosa and Stanley just behind the man himself up front in Charlie Ball. Let's go. Let's hope that we get a nice result here. We owe Cambridge after our last time. Worth noting that we've only drew and lost to Cambridge so far in the games that we played with them. We haven't beat them yet. So, fingers crossed, this is our first one. Started slightly the better team with dominating possession. We haven't actually had any highlights yet, which is upsetting 20 minutes into the game. Gonna ask the boys to show a little bit of passion. Doesn't really do anything. 25 minutes gone, nothing happening here. This is not the game to show you, obviously, is it, folks? This was one that I thought was going to be a very good game for us. First highlight is going to go for us as Stanley whips in the corner. It's headed back out. Can Stanley get the cross back in? Any ball back in would be nice. He does, and Rosa on the volley. Mitov there got a hand to it, but that was a sensational finish. Only second goal of the season for the lad, but that was brilliant. You see here, it's headed back out. Stanley does come forward to get the ball, finds Rosa in acres of space. Keeper does get a little tip on it. Very, very unfortunate not to be able to parry it wide, but from our point of view, that is exactly what we need. Arancibia knocks it down. Ooh, Charlie Ball is going to chase this, and he decides not to put the keeper under any pressure at all. And then he does. Why didn't you just keep the pressure on in the first place? Honestly, at times the AI on this are questionable in their decision making. I understand we're a low league team and I'm playing a lot of youngsters, but I mean you would think that they'd have some common sense, and that is a fantastic counter attack. We've just been undone by one of those big balls over the top, which has been kind of the story of the last 2 seasons. Any ball that comes over the top, we just haven't been able to sort of deal with. Very, very upsetting. Right, but could potentially do better there as well in his positioning, but not going to hold him against it too much. We are, however, we're not going to shout just before half time. Literally done. We're going to tell them in the dressing room. We can still win this, maybe? Passionately. We are the favourites here. Right. Well, that did not work. We are going to tell them, though, to get creative. Going to try. Oh, they're all inspired there. I mean, we've had 7 shots on goal. We've had 1 on target. No highlights. A draw for us really is no good here. So what we are going to do is tactically we are going to come into a more attacking manner. Osborne's on a yellow card, so we are going to bring him off now for the man East himself. And then we're going to bring on Harry Clark for Pruty or Baines. Well, Baines is playing slightly better, so we'll bring Pruty off. Don't want to make all 3 changes just yet. Going to move him into a support role just there. Right, slightly short of passing. Passing to space where possible, maybe. Take short free kicks, regroup. Let's try a counter press. More urgent, standing low. There we go. Let's see how we get on with this now. Confirm the changes. And we want to demand more of them. They're all focused, so we should be doing well here now. Any highlight in the second half would be amazing, please. It's not going our way, folks. I mean, we are the better side, questionably. But just nothing. What an absolutely boring game of football. I do apologise, viewers. We did expect this to be a lot better, but you can't. Oh, it's going in. That's got to be a goal somewhere along the lines there. Where is the ball? Nobody knows where the ball is. And how that didn't end up in the back of the net, I'll never know. But we've had 14 shots on goal, only 3 on target. Probably on that basis, don't really deserve to win this game. And that is an appalling result. And we are going to say it's not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. Well, I don't really know what to say to you there, folks. I was hoping that on the back of the last result that we had, if we come in here, the 2-0 result against Morecambe, I mean, we played very, very well. If we go into the match stats, it was a very, very even game, and to watch, it was good. I thought, right, on the back of that performance, we're at home against a much lesser opponent in the terms of Cambridge, who are, where are they? They're 13th, so they're not doing as well as Morecambe, and they're not as high in the form charts. I thought that was going to be the one for us to watch, folks. I really did. Do apologise. That's going to be it from me. Hopefully on Wednesday we've got some news now about a new club. If I don't have any news come through in the next few days, what I am going to do is I'm going to play through the rest of December, and I'm going to come back for the Salford game because that's quite a big game, and obviously start of January, maybe, just maybe, we'll have started to look at bringing people in. That's all from me. Thank you very much for your support. If you did like the video, don't forget to smash that like button for me. It does help a lot. If you're new around here, please do describe? No, don't describe. You can subscribe though by clicking that little button next to my name. Uploading every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you very much, folks. Take care.